Okay, so let's talk a little bit about specifically what attracted you to becoming a diesel technician.
Always, had the thing for diesel pickups. Yeah, and got out onto the farm. Everything out there's diesel, all the tractors and the front end loader and the telehandlers. I mean, it's all diesel. So I learned how to work on all that stuff. And I don't know, it's just diesels, just like it.
You don't need a better answer than that, my friend. You just like it, and that's what you want
Yeah.
to do. No problem.
Yeah. It's just the heavy duty side of things, just being the bigger person on the road, I guess, or, just running this great big massive piece of equipment out in the field. I mean, it's just fun running a truck down the road. I mean, whatever it may be, it's just diesel.
It's funny. It's funny because you say that, and I get it, and our audience will understand completely. But when you really think about it, there's a lot of people out there that they just never had any exposure to it, and maybe they would love it, but they've just never had the opportunity, and they've never even thought of it. When you think of the heavy duty industry as a whole, though, you talked about how America needs it, so you already understand that it's the kind of like the bedrock of society. Let's talk about when you graduate, where you want to take your career. What aspect of diesel, do you want to be a diagnostic technician? Do you want to specialize in driveline or engine rebuilding, or like where do you want to take this?
I don't really have a specific category, I guess, that I want to go here. But I was kind of looking into the oil and gas side of the industry. And if I don't end up doing that, I'm probably just going to go back and keep doing all the farm work stuff.
All right. Well, you've got a plan. You've got a couple options in front of you. That's great. You've been at Wyotech a little while now. What have you learned about yourself by coming to Wyotech, or what has Wyotech taught you kind of about yourself that you didn't know before you got here?
It's kind of a little background. I go to work and there's guys there that have been there forever and they know everything they're doing. And I go do something and I mess it up, makes me feel kind of stupid, right?
Mhm.
Well, coming here to Wyotech makes, kind of open my eyes up, like, they understand it because I've done it so many times. But now that I'm here learning, it's not like it's that far out there. Like I can do this type of thing, I guess. It's kind of like what he was saying. You can believe in yourself and you can do way more than you'd expect yourself to be able to.
So would you say it's fair to say that since you've gotten here, you've realized maybe you have more potential than you even knew?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think people who meet you would probably know that right off the bat because I have only talked to you for a few minutes and we met a little bit before. And I can say that I think you're a young man with a lot of potential. If you want people like to just remember one thing about Blake Klamm, what's that one thing?
I guess not necessarily me personally, but to have the mindset that not everything's going to come in one day. You got to have the drive, keep all the hard work going. It's not all just going to show up on your doorstep after a couple of days of doing it. You got to be persistent, keep learning, try to learn something every day, keep your nose in the book, whatever you want to say. I mean, you got to just keep going.
I agree with that. Life takes hard work, but with persistence and determination and hard work, it's amazing what you can accomplish. Sometimes I've heard people, talk about what they want to accomplish in a year, and they totally overestimate what's possible in a year, but they underestimate what's possible in 10 years. And
Yeah.
so having that long range view and having a path and being determined, that is recipe for success for you, my young friend. So I'm very, very happy that you're able to be awarded the scholarship. Like I said, Blake Klamm is a current student at Wyotech. He is a recipient of the Heavy Duty Parts Report Scholarship, and he is a future diesel technician. Blake, thank you for taking time to be on the show today and sharing your story. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here as well.
I'm sure you'll agree with me that Blake is also an impressive young man, and I really liked how at such a young age, he really gets the role our industry plays in society, why it's so important. I hope that you enjoyed this week's interviews and this special episode where we have announced our first annual scholarship for diesel techs who are attending Wyotech. The Heavy Duty Parts Report is very proud to set up this annual scholarship, and we're looking forward to giving this scholarship every year for many years to come. And I hope also that we've inspired you to get involved because we need to all do our part to get this tool belt generation to look at becoming either a diesel tech or a parts tech as a legitimate option and for them to join our industry.